I'm Toni Fazaeli. I'm the Chief Executive of the Institute for Learning, and like Sue, I'm a qualified teacher of very many years standing, and I'm delighted to be Chief Executive of IfL and to work so closely with our members on developing the strategy and delivering services to our members. As our starting point, we're determined to build on the services we already give to members and to make sure that those are 100% effective, and that, for example, our helpline and our website are very user-friendly, very swift and efficient, and we know we've got some improvements to make, and we're furiously working to do just that for our members. Continuing professional development is the hallmark of any professional, and one of our major benefits for members is to ensure that we can share the findings of your own CPD and what works and what makes a difference for your work with learners. And we're going to do that later during the year. So there'll be a very rich resource which will support our members. We also offer, as a free benefit to our members, IfL, which is an online e-portfolio tool which members, over 21,000 already using IfL, and they're finding it simple to use, really effective for planning CPD and for reviewing it. And so we want to support more members to get the benefits of IfL. Continuing professional development for our sector, for the further education sector, has got two planks. First and foremost, CPD is vital for keeping bang up to date with developments in the subject area or the vocational area. And the second part of our professionalism is very much being absolutely abreast with the latest developments in teaching, training and learning, drawing on scientific developments, on research and on evidence of practice from our members of what actually works and makes a difference. At IfL, we're pleased to be working with members, and as Sue said, surveys involving thousands of members, meeting with members, and a lot of exchange and communications. But now is the time for us to work much more closely on the ground and regionally and locally. And I'm delighted that we're working with a number of partners to do just that. So we're working with the SETs, the Centres for Excellence in Teacher Training, and we're working with the Subject Learning Coach Network, and we're also working with Skills for Life teams up and down the country so that we're closer to our members and can support them in their continuing professional development. So much more of a regional presence for IfL in the next period ahead. Secondly, we are, as ever, continuing to negotiate for some discounts for our members, and we know from the survey that many of you are very keen for us to do that. And those are discounts relating to your professionalism, so whether that's journals or research evidence, membership of other bodies that might help in terms of the subject matter or vocational areas that you're working in. So a range of discounts for members. This year, IfL will start and confer QTLS and ATLS professional status for members. This is a very exciting development for our sector, and what it is a platinum standard of professionalism for our members, and we'll be celebrating that. We also believe and will be hoping to influence government, because we think that with this high professional status of QTLS, that there's work that can be done by government in bringing about QTS in schools and QTLS in the further education sector closer together and more on a par with each other, so that there is that recognition for professionals in schools and equally, if differently, professionals in further education. It's really impressive that our members hold dearest as a value equality. And we had feedback from a survey recently that just showed how strong the attachment is to that particular value that we're proud to have as an organisation and across our membership. And IfL will be working closely with other partners, such as Scope, such as the Network for Black Professionals, to really make a difference. And we're determined to both promote equality and diversity, and also to combat discrimination. And that's a very important role for a professional body to have. We are, with our members, very ambitious for the services and the benefits that we can bring as a professional body to the professionals up and down the country across the breadth of the sector. However, we also have to be very realistic about setting priorities, and that with a membership so huge, we could never deliver the dreams for each individual member. But with our membership, we're very, very keen to focus on the priorities and really deliver excellent services in those areas. And so our big ambition, and if we look 5 years ahead, is to have a state where further education professionals are highly regarded in the public domain and stand proud and equal alongside other professionals in higher education, in schools and equivalents elsewhere, whether those are accountants or doctors or lawyers. So proper recognition for the important role for our members. And secondly, that our members have really influenced national policies and implementation, so that policies work on the ground with learners, with employers, because the voice of practitioners has been heard early on in the development of policy. And most crucially, that we think that you, our members, will be proud to be a member of IfL, and we'll feel that you've had good value for money and direct benefits that have helped you in your teaching and training with the millions of learners out there that benefit from your work.
Do read the strategy where we've laid out these aspirations in much more detail, and do let us have your views and ideas. The strategy is not written in tablets of stone. It will be reviewed by the Council each year, and the Council will be influenced by the contributions that you make. So please do let us have those views. And I'd also like to thank the thousands of you that have already contributed to that strategy. Whilst it was led by the Council, we could not have written a strategy that was so robust without your contributions. So thank you very much.